Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm gonna go get all my stuff because it's a lot of stuff I gotta bring in out of my room. Good morning. I need some of this too, which is crazy. Hey y'all. Journals back. I just be having stuff everywhere. Goodness gracious, it be so much stuff. Hey y'all. Good morning, everybody. Happy whatever. I don't know what the weekend, Memorial Weekend or something. Or did I lose it? I missed it. Hey y'all. Hey. So I was up till late. Why do this feel like there we go. Good morning, everybody. I'm about to go get all these books that I had in my room last night. Yeah, I was up until 1:30 this morning. 1:30 this morning, y'all. I was up till 1:30 this morning. Listen. Good morning. I was just talking to my girlfriend and I went down a rabbit hole last evening into the wee hours of the morning. And I just I don't know. I don't know. My daddy's amazing. Do y'all want good morning, Auntie? I went down a rabbit hole, Auntie. I was up till 1:30. Let me go get all these books that I had out last night. I gotta make space. That's what I was doing. Give me 1 second. Y'all. I had my iPads, my phone, everything. Sorry, I'll give you 1 minute. I should have did this before, but I had to come in here and straighten up. This ain't. I had to pull out the Quran last night, y'all. Look at this, and the big green book, and my internet. Y'all, listen. It was crazy. I'm like, oh my god. Give me a second. I haven't got a chance to do that in so long. It feels so good. This why I be telling y'all when I be studying, it ain't just one book. Look, the Quran, this was out, everything. I don't want to lose my places. I'm just gonna stand you up a little bit. There you go. Okay, let me go get my coffee and my water. Hold on, y'all. Ooh. So I was screenshotting it up last night. I was in and out of books last night. Oh God, I had to make myself go to sleep. I had to make myself go to sleep, y'all. And it started with Josephus. Now, I didn't write none of this down, so it might sound kind of jumbled because the pieces are not all together. But I just want to share with y'all some of the stuff I learned when I started studying from about 7:38 to about 1:30 this morning. And it's pieces. They on my phone, they on my iPad, they in these books. I didn't save places, so y'all just gonna have to bear with me. Because I started in one place and it was down the rabbit hole I went. And this right here could be a very interesting rabbit hole, I'm telling you. Along with the internet, oh Jesus. Okay. So, do I need to clean these? Yes, I do. Hold on, y'all. I probably got one up here already. Do I? Nobody. Y'all. Well, good morning. So, I can't say that I'm gonna be lifting up books and stuff again. Y'all gonna have to go back on the rewatch. I'm telling you right now, because it's about to get crazy. Because I'm probably gonna have a lot. Hey, Keisha, I'm about to have a lot of books out. Am I blurry? Because if I am, I didn't have probably. Yep, I can kind of see it on there. Is that better? Yes. I have to clean my glasses. Okay, so look at this. Ooh. Okay. Now we're gonna start here, even though this was like my ending thought. We're gonna start from the end and go to the beginning, okay? So, let me get the book first. Let me just get this all together, y'all, because I want y'all to get. Okay, I'm just gonna say, y'all remember in Enoch or wherever it is that no, it was in Josephus, and then I went and looked at it in the Quran as well. So, has anybody ever asked the question, what did the animals do? Okay. What the animals do? What did they do? When God said he was gonna kill it, what did the animals do? Right? Because we think, okay, even if they started bestiality, the poor animals couldn't control if somebody was on some old weird stuff with them. This is what I was thinking. Right? But guess what my daddy gave me last night, and then we're gonna go down the rabbit hole. Are y'all ready to rumble? Who wanna know? Y'all wanna know? Okay. So prior to Lucifer using the snake, just like demons possess humans and speak through their vocal cords, because all of the animals could speak, we know that Lucifer was able to speak through the snake and speak to Eve, right? The same way demons inhabit our family members and will speak through them right now. A lot of those people are in mental institutions and some of them ain't. They call bipolar and other. But anyway, moving on. Okay? Y'all with me? So what did God do to the animals? Because the snake let Lucifer use his voice. What did God do? A fallen angel, he muted them. Good job. Okay, so think about this, y'all. This is where God blew my mind right here. This is why I woke up looking like this. Okay? Listen. So God cursed the animals that used to have full conversations like we do. They learned, they read, I don't know if they can read or not, but they learned and they had real conversations just like we see on Disney, that the animals understood life and they had families and they talked. We know this for a fact, right? Right? They had whole families and generations and they talked. For however long they talked. Okay? The angel got into the snake and used his body to speak. The animals were cursed. Do y'all realize that when the angels went into the animals and made humanoid beings, they made the animals talk again? Animals can see spirits. Animals know when an angel or a demon or something is around. So the reason that them animals was cursed and they had to die is because they was pissed that they couldn't talk either. So when they made it with the angels and the angels made talking animals, it was a slap in the face to undermine God. And not only did they make talking animal beings, but they made them to rule over Adam's children. Think about what the snake, the Lucifer said to the snake, you eating they scraps? You the wisest person in the garden. You should be ruling over them. And then the fallen angels went into the animals, made them talk, and they did rule over Adam's children. This is what the animals did. Y'all getting how big this is? The hippopotamus people, the elephant people. So I started going through all my books looking for information. There's a city I need y'all to look up called Crocodipolis. Go look at the pictures real quick and tell me where it is. Tell me what you see on the pillars there. Crocodipolis, exactly like it sounds, like Crocodipolis, the city of the crocodile. Go look up the pictures. Crocodipolis. I didn't even know it was a city till last night called Crocodipolis. Come, go look it up, y'all. Real quick on whatever device you got. Take a few minutes because this is mind blowing. 5 Egypt. But who lived there? I know it Fayum. Okay, don't tell me where it is. I looked it up. I want y'all to go look at the pictures. Scroll down and look at the pictures of who lived there. Crocodipolis. Yes. Egyptian city, but are y'all looking at the pictures? I know where it was. I looked at it last night. I need the croc people. Astarte was their queen, which is another name for Ashtaroth or Asherah. They got a whole big old seat for her in the middle of their city. And if y'all looking at the pictures I looked at, the human man is standing there on a rock, but you can see who built that thing. They're giants because it's built just like the walls of Jerusalem and in Egypt, where them rocks is put right there together. Are y'all looking at this? So the angels going into and making animal husbandry, because see, this took me all the way back to Cain. Then I had to go read Cain. Oh God. Cain was the wicked one. Cain was the one that ruled over the animal husbandry or whatever it was, right? He did the husbandry, right? Most of it. Okay? So, do you think that he could have been the first person to start sleeping with sheep and the animals? Because it says he was wicked. I also read something last night in Josephus that blew my mind. It said that Cain had a vehement something for children. And then we're going to get to these angels. Y'all, I was all over the place last night. I said, ooh. It says, Cain fled away on account of his murder and was solicitous for posterity and had a vehement desire of children. Cain had a vehement desire of children. So, of course, y'all know I had to make sure I knew what vehement means, and I looked it up, and it's passion. She vehemently kissed him more. Ain't that crazy? It's right here in Josephus. It says that he had a lot of children, but it says that he had a vehement passion for children. Cain. He was the most evil, and everything that he did was rapacious, greedy, taking what he wanted. It's also the line of monsters came from him. The line of the reprobates and the bastards came from Cain. The the hybrids came from Cain. Cain's line. Then, okay, I'm just dropping the bits. Yes. Okay, so I'm following bloodlines. That's why I had to get the book out. And I'm going through different stuff. And I see that I really did live before the flood and after the flood. Y'all, this is about to blow y'all whole head back up. Maybe y'all already know. Y'all ready? So I was studying Nimrod and Og and Abraham and going through this line Joktan and looking at all of that because this is all leading me going through Cain and finding out what happened through his line. I'm telling you, I'm all over the place, right? But it was real, real good because get this. I couldn't understand why Og hated Nimrod so much. Nimrod gave Og to Abraham as a slave at one point in time. Eliezer or Eliezer or however you say that, Eliezer is Og. He was on the boat. He's the person that in the movie was snuck in the boat. Remember in the movie? And they said, oh, that's not biblical. Yes, because his name at first was Eleazar. Or at first it was Og, and they changed his name to Eleazar after the flood. And I went and looked it up, and it's right down there. And it also says that Semyaza is his daddy. Og and Sihon, I think daddy is Semyaza the angel. No, he's out of Tubal-Cain's line. You can go look it up. This is why Og hated Nimrod, because Nimrod gave him as a slave to Abraham. But this is why I couldn't understand why all of Og's book is scripture, because he was right there with Abraham. He was Abraham's slave, and oh my God, I said, oh. Remember when we was reading Og, I said, this is the word. He just took it. So once Og got out and got to building his things, he started going against the Israelites and wouldn't let them pass. He's also the one that wanted Sarah. He wanted Abraham to die because he wanted Sarah. He was on the boat with Noah too. He survived. This is how there were giants in the land afterwards. It's just mind blowing. Now, there's also something I read, and I'm getting ready to figure out which one of these books I read it in. And I think it was Enoch. Yeah, my mom's going to. They changed his name to Eleazar or Eliezer or whatever in our Bible, but it was really Og. You read that? He was on the boat. He was. And Genesis 6 said there was giants before the flood and after the flood, and we thought it was just through Namah, but Namah had already slept with the angels, so we know her DNA was different. It don't tell us nothing else about her after she got off the boat. But she was used to dealing with giants, and she was used to dealing with and fallen angels too. And his daddy was a fallen angel, Og. Okay. So when the angels went into the animals, it was to slap God in the face, because God took the ability for the animals to speak. Well, when they made it with the angels and with humans and these humanoid-like beings, then animals could talk again. And because man, remember, God gave Adam dominion over the animals, right? God gave Adam dominion over the animals and the angels. You don't think it's crazy that the angels and the animals came together to make a species that would rule over the humans? The two people that have been cursed because the two groups of beings that have been cursed because of man. Okay. This is why the animal rulers came. Oh. Y'all. Yeah, that's why Lucifer wouldn't bow to him. That's how he got kicked out, Deborah. Lucifer said, I'm not bowing to nothing that was made after me in creation. That's the whole reason he got kicked out of heaven, because he wouldn't bow to Adam. It's it's in your book. If you got your OTP, it's in or Adam and Eve, excuse me. It's in the book of Adam and Eve, I believe. And when Lucifer gives his account of why he would not bow to, he's dirt, and no, I'm made out of the cosmos, and who is he? And I was made first. And I wish I would. Makes Grimm more practical. Don't it, Jace? I told you I used to get in the spirit and get to see animal faces, and this is way before Grimm or any of this. And nobody used to want to smoke with me, because I used to be like, oh, you got a dog face, a cat face. I couldn't. And that's why I still just go and get it in by myself, because I still be seeing animal faces on top of people faces, honey. I sure do. Just like in Grimm. And do. And be, if I'm gonna see if she busy. Watch this. I know she be so sick of me. Or maybe she ain't busy. We better see. I just got off the phone with her, but we gonna see. She might be busy. Hi, I'm live. I gotta ask you a question. Well, when we used to listen to the music loud, do you remember why I wouldn't look at people's faces? Cause I would. But I see faces on. Okay. Thank you. I love you. Okay. Bye. That's my friend of 10 years. We used to go to people's house. I used to be like, oh, gotta go. I can't be in here. No. And I'll be sitting in the house like that. Because I can't look you in your face because I see what's in you. And it's spooky to me. You met someone with two voices and they both sounded bad. Yeah, y'all better quit playing with the spiritual realm like it ain't. So, no, I don't only see it when I smoke. It used to just be amplified when I smoked. Because I didn't understand. But I see it when you ain't smoking. I can see it. Yeah. I was younger. So, and as a kid, the first time it happened, I was 13. Do I pick up the people on these lives? What? Sometimes I do. I didn't tell some folks about themselves on here, and they're like, "How do you know that?" Oh yeah, yeah. That's why they be mad when they try to say, "Oh, I just gave you a compliment." No, you didn't, and you mad because I caught your spirit. Oh yeah, that's why folks be mad over here. Tell all the time. So spirit animals are real. Yes, they are. Yeah, but I don't need no animal guiding me. Why do you need an animal to guide you when you got God? Why do you need the stars to guide you when you got God in the Listen, when we get down through this whole rabbit hole, y'all about to. Okay, so moving on. Oh yeah, I been seeing stuff way before. I saw spirits way before that. I used to see spirits sitting on my mama's face when I was a kid. I couldn't look my mama in the eye for a long time. And she used to always say, look at me, no, because the devil is in your face. Moving on. It's still now. My friends, they'll tell you, let me go somewhere. I'll be like, oh, hell no, it's time to go. I gotta get out of here. Anyway, so back to that. Did y'all go look up Crocodipolis? Did y'all go look up Crocodipolis? Y'all did? Crocodipolis. Y'all looked it up. We did that? We did that. Okay, hold on, because I'm looking, because I was all dang over the place. Okay. Ah. Okay. Go to page 63 in your book 1 if you can. Okay. The vision of various cows. But I need you to go to the vision of the fallen stars among the cows on 86. Chapter 86 of Enoch 1. It's going to be on page 63. Come on. Y'all got there? If you have OTP, you already got the book of Enoch. If you got these, you already got it. It's in here. Book 1, 2, and 3. If you got the OTP, you already got the book of Enoch. If you got this, you got it already. It's the first book in here. Amazon. It's 2 books. It's a 2-book set for $59. $54 and some. Y'all realize this book been on sale for a year and a half since we went viral. Didn't I tell y'all everything about stay on sale? This book been on sale for over a year. Y'all realize that? They still they used to be $69.99 when we first started. They've been on sale for a year, over a year, almost a year and a half. Didn't I tell y'all everything about be on sale? It pays when you pay your tithes and you give, it rebukes the devourer off your finances, honey. Everything you buy with laundry, so be on sale, everything. But go on and grab these, pumpkin, on Amazon. Okay. So we right here at 86, y'all, because we got a lot of information we got to go through. So I'm going to need y'all. And if you don't got the books, just go back and watch the rewatch and grab them, okay? Okay, here we go. So we on page 63. At 86. It's the vision. Enoch had a vision of fallen stars among the cows. Fallen stars, keep this in mind, among the cows. And again, I saw a vision with my own eyes as I was sleeping and saw the lofty heaven. And as I looked, behold, a star fell down from heaven, but managed to rise and eat and be pastured among those cows. Then I saw these big and dark cows, and behold, they all changed their cattle sheds, their pastures and their calves, and they began to lament with each other. Once again, I saw a vision. I observed the sky upon the first star, and they became bovids among the calves and were pastured together with them in their midst. I I kept observing, and behold, I saw, listen, I saw all of them extending their sexual organs like horses and commencing to mount upon the heifers, the bovids, and they, the latter, all became pregnant and bore elephants, camels, and donkeys. So the cattle became fearful and frightened of them, and began to bite with their teeth and swallow and to gore their horns with their horns. Then they began to eat those bovids, and behold, all the children of earth began to tremble and shake before them and to flee from them. Y'all remember the cow people that's in our books? Y'all remember that it said in Lamech, the reason that Naaman went to the giants is because they was hung like the animals of the field, like a horse. But we know that the angels, the fallen stars, went into the animals of the field, the birds of the air, the fish, and the reptiles. We know this for a fact because all of their gods are the half angel, half animal hybrids. This is so powerful. The reason that in Egypt the rulers were half elephant and half, India, half elephant, half snake, half this, half that, half bird, Egypt and all of the other places, is because these are the two groups that God cursed basically to be lower and subject to humans. We ain't even done yet, y'all. When I tell y'all God was busting my head last night. So this. These were the rulers. These were the rulers. Here. Because birds couldn't talk no more. Animals couldn't talk no more. So they went. And they got together with the same angels that tricked them to be subject to the humans, and they made animals talk again. That's why these animals are extinct. Because you have to have lived to be extinct, right? Oh, the cow people? They went into the cows? They made massive calves. Minotaurs. Talks about the elephants. We about to get down through here. Talks about the elephants. Talks about the elephants. Talks about the dogs, the snakes, the cows, and everything that they made mutated, okay? Here we go now. Here we go. The horses. They went into the horses. We don't see horses with wings now because angels are not mating with them. But if angels were still down here mating with horses, because anything that they connect with could possibly come out with their dad's traits. Now, y'all think I'm tripping, but this goes along with what we were studying last night too. He got wings, but human hands and a bird face. This dude is a human, but he got wings. Okay. Because his daddy was an angel. Their daddy was angels. That's why. Not to be crude, but how atomically did they make angels or shapeshifters? And we're going to get to that too, because now we're going to the book of Og. And I'm going to go back here to what I was reading last evening. And it's the book of Enoch in here too. And when I tell you I was all over the place, I was all over the place. All right, here we go. Enoch. This is the book of Enoch, right? And you can go find this in your OTP, of course, but I'm just going to read it here because I know exactly where it is. Okay? It says, and Uriel said to me, here shall stand the angels who have connected themselves with the women, and their spirits, assuming many different forms, are defiling mankind. So Uriel told Enoch, listen, here shall stand the angels who have connected themselves with the women, the watchers, and their spirits assuming many different forms, shapeshifting. This is how they were able to have sex with them. They can transform into a horse. They can transform into a turtle. They can transform into a bird. This is where the transition comes from. The whole thing of transitioning into something else, transmutation. This is where this comes from. The angels, the shapeshifters, their children. We know that Job's brother Nereus was a shapeshifter, but he was also wise and not a liar. But he was a shapeshifter. He could be a mermaid, and he could also be a human because he came and talked to his brother. Job's nieces are the Nereids. And this, you can look it up in the Testament of Job. It said his brother came and talked to him. And who's Nereus? You go look at mythology. Nereus was a shapeshifter and a king of the water. And that's exactly what it says in Job's book. And his nieces are the Nereids. Well, Job's, now, I didn't get a chance to finish, but we're going to get there too because it's looking like one of Job's nieces married. We're going to get there. But daughters. Because I know that his daughter's name was Almathea. And I know that the Greeks changed their names. And it's a person that I was reading about last night named Amathla. Amathla. Amathlai. Or Mathlai or something like that. So I'm wondering if Almathea and then Amathli are the same person. Okay, we're going to look into it. But anyway, I'm going to get to this. So listen. And Uriel said to me, here stand the angels who have connected themselves with the women, and their spirits, assuming many different forms, are defiling mankind and shall lead them astray into sacrificing to demons as gods. Here shall they stand to the day of judgment, in which they shall be judged till they are made an end of. And the women also of the angels who went astray shall become sirens. And I, Enoch, saw the vision, the end of all things, and no man shall see as I have seen. But it's another part of this. Hold on, we're going to get there. Give me 1 second. Because I was in so many books last night. Now, really quickly, let me go to the Quran because I was there too. So the Quran, depending on how yours is set up, I don't know. This one thing online said book 2, 105. Mine is in book 1, but I did this here, and okay. So this is the Quran now, right here, 102. And it says, they followed the shayatin, or the devils, gave out falsely of the magic in the lifetime of Suleiman, or Solomon. Suleiman did not believe, but the devils believed, teaching men magic and such things that came down at Babylon to the 2 angels, Harut and Marut. Okay? But neither of these 2 angels taught anyone such things till they had said, we are for trial, so disbelieve not by learning this magic from us. And from these angels, people learned and from these angels, people learned that by which they caused separation between man and his wife. But they could not thus harm anyone except Allah's leave, so unless God let them. And they learned that which harms them and profits them not. And indeed, they knew that the buyers of it, magic, would have no share in the hereafter. So the Quran again says that the devils, or the fallen angels, came and taught men magic. That's what Enoch says, right? And it caused them to not be with their wives. It separated man from wife. Now, does not Enoch say that they took wives all they chose? They took wives. They took men's wives and made them their own. Right? We know that the fallen angels, and what's the first thing they taught the women? What's the first thing they taught the women? Magic medicine. So the Quran says that these devils, or the Satans, the shaitans, the enemies, came down and the fallen stars, and they taught the women magic and separated the wives from the husbands. We know this because the women started to mate with the angels and the animals. Okay? Is y'all here with me? Is y'all following me? Okay? Hold on. Okay. Okay, we're going to get back to that. Okay, so I'm just going to go through because there's a couple of different things. Okay, this might be it. Okay, no. I read this, but it's a certain thing. Hold on. Because in this, he was talking to them. It might be in one of these other books. I'm just trying to make sure it's in, if it's in here or the other one. Okay. Here we go. She became pregnant. Okay. Swords. Okay, here we go. So it says, this is when Michael and Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel looked down from heaven. Y'all know this is in Enoch 7 or 8. But it says, thou seest what Azazel has done, who had taught all unrighteousness on earth and revealed the eternal secrets which were preserved in heaven, which when men were striving to learn, or which men were striving to learn. And Semyaza, to whom thou hast given authority to bear rule over his associates. And they have gone to the daughters of men upon the earth, and have slept with the women, and have defiled themselves, and revealed to them all kinds of sins. And they have borne giants, and the whole earth has thereby been filled with the blood and unrighteousness. And now behold, the souls of those who have died are crying and making their suit to the gates of heaven. Y'all know we read this. So then it talks about I'm looking for this specific place that I read last night, and it might not even be in this book. It might be in my other one. Give me 1 second. Oh no, here it is. Okay. So we skip down. He said, and he answered and said to me, and I heard his voice, fear not, Enoch, thou righteous man and scribe of the righteous. Approach hither and hear my voice, and go and say to the watchers of heaven, who have sent thee to intercede for them, you should intercede for men and not men for you. Wherefore, so basically, he told Enoch, tell the angels they shouldn't be sending you to intercede for them because their job was to intercede for you. You can't intercede for them. The angels are messengers. The angels were supposed to take our prayers, be listening around here, and then take our prayers up to the seat of God for him to lord over them and do what he gonna do with them. But they gave that up. Look, they gave that up. I'm about to show y'all. Look. So he says, and go say to the watchers of heaven, who have sent thee to intercede for them, you should intercede for me and not men for you. Wherefore you left the high, holy, and eternal heaven, and lain with women, and defiled yourselves with the daughters of men, and taken to yourselves wives, and done like the children of earth, and begotten giants as your sons. And though ye were holy, spiritual, living the eternal life, you have defiled yourselves with the blood of women, and have begotten children with the blood of flesh. And as the children of men have lusted after flesh and blood, as those also who die and perish. Therefore I have given them wives also, that they might impregnate them and beget children by them, that thus nothing might be wanting on earth. But you were formerly spiritual, living the eternal life, and immortal for all generations. Here go y'all immortals. But you were formerly spiritual, living the eternal life, and immortal for all generations of the world. And therefore I have not appointed for you wives. He's talking to the angels now. For as for the spiritual ones of heaven, in heaven is their dwelling. And now the giants who are produced from the spirits and flesh shall be called evil spirits upon the earth. We talked about this the other day. And I told y'all in y'all kids' movie Soul, the big grumpy spirits that's trapped here are the spirits of the giants. They are now the evil spirits. Okay? So the spirits that people be talking about is whispering to them and talking to them through the TV and the AI. It's the spirits of the giants, y'all. Okay? So we're not done yet. Okay. Okay. It says, and now the giants who are produced from the spirits and flesh shall be called evil spirits on the earth, and on the earth shall be their dwelling. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies. Disembodied spirits. It's right here in Enoch. Y'all getting this? Listen again. This is God telling Enoch to go talk to the watcher. Okay. Disembodied spirits. They always talk about disembodied spirits, disembodied spirits, the disembodied spirits of the fallen angels' children. Y'all ancestors, because they did sleep with some of y'all great-great-grandmas. Because we're going to get to that too. Listen. Now y'all understand why this book makes so much sense. Where are you? Where are you? You're here somewhere. I may have already pulled you out. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm about to show y'all something. If I can find it. And I know I slid it in. Oh, there we go. And I showed y'all this book 1,000 times, but now y'all know why this makes sense. The kindred evil spirits which attack mankind. Kindred evil spirits which attack mankind. Kindred. Because they grandmas was our grandmas. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They slept with the human women. We came from these lines. So that's who schizophrenics are hearing from. Yes. Yes. DID, all those different personalities are all of these disembodied spirits getting a body. Now wait, because we ain't done. Listen, remember when I told y'all that they miss eating and they miss drinking because they were human, so they remember the experiences of making love and all of these different things. They have to watch us do it and they can't partake because God won't let them get back into their body. So that's why they become parasites in our bodies and possess our bodies because they can't get back. And they have to watch us drink and do everything that we do, and they can't experience it unless they possess our body. They can't feel anymore. Nothing but rage and anger. This is why they be trying to possess our kids and our parents. Oh, when I tell y'all I was up all night, I said, oh my God, this makes sense. Disembodied spirits that the people be talking to, the ancestors, they is some of y'all ancestors. Amen. So I don't want them. And if they is, God, keep them from me. Because I don't want the evil spirits that are ancestors. They are the kindred spirits that attack mankind. Because they were humankind, not completely human. This is why people be like they had an insatiable habit and something makes me get up and go get it. I don't want to do drugs, but something in me tells like it won't let me sleep. It won't. Who's here? Who are you? Wait a minute. People be feeling bugs crawling on them because they can manifest as bugs. They're still shapeshifters. The TV was talking to me. It was because their energy. The lights flicker when they show up. The water starts to run because they can only affect the elements because what are they made out of? The elements. God didn't change their He didn't take none of their gifts. He made them ugly, but he didn't take none of their gifts away. They just can't come up there where he like, I don't care what you do. Just don't do it over here by me. I just don't want to see it because you're going to do what you're going to do anyway. Just like if God give you a gift to sing in the church for him, you can go sing for the devil if you want to. He don't take your voice because you go use the gift that he gave you to worship him for the devil. He don't take it. He just understands that you trading it for your soul and you got it free and you're paying for it with your soul when he gave it to you for free. Just like he gave the angels a charge, but they didn't listen. He said you was eternal. You weren't supposed to have a wife because you can live forever. You didn't have to have anything to be reborn, but you wanted what the humans had. Oh, wow. And you thought because you was eternal that your kids that you made through human women was going to be eternal. The 120 years, y'all, was not just for humans. It was for the giants as well. It was mainly for the giants. We're going to get to the flood. Just what did the animals do, God? They was mad because they can't talk to us no more. Lucifer tricked them too. So when the fallen angels went into the animals and made the animals talk again, like I said, it was a slap in God's face because God muted them because they tricked the humans. Because the humans were supposed to rule over them, and Lucifer got in the snake's ear and said, you eat the same bread, you just as smart as them. Why is you letting you? Why is you letting them? You could. I'll cause them to fall so then we'll rule over them. Well, boom, the watchers came and did the same thing. They went into the animals to make them talk, to make them the rulers over God's people. And listen, this is why this book, The Watchers, the Nephilim, and the Biblical Cosmic War of the seed of the giants, the seed of the animals to rule over what God made. Their deities was getting back at God for cursing animals and not letting them talk no more. And also because the angels and the animals fell in the same Lucifer and all of that, the snake, and then they got back together later on in the seventh generation and came against Adam again to rule over him. Animal hybrids that can fly. We about to go there next. Just give me a minute because my mom. I hope some of y'all getting this with me. What the animals do. They was pissed. Because all creation used to speak the same language. The birds, the lizards, the whales, like Disney tell us. Anybody mind blown yet? Because we ain't done. We still got a whole bunch to go. I ain't even made it through the other books. We just right here. Okay. So, back again. Now we know who the evil spirits is and y'all ancestors, the Orisha. And so, the Atlanteans had a metal, okay, that was right under gold called Oricium, Orich something, UEM or something, okay? Rich, RICH, or Richium or whatever it's called, or Richium or whatever it was called, right? They paid they things with it. It was all of this. I'm reading about it now. Now, they can't find it nowhere now, but it was so crazy because that thing that's in Wakanda forever, the rock or whatever that was that powered they whatever, was it a rock? It was a rock, right? It was a rock. It was vibranium in there. They had their own vibranium. Okay. So listen. It was some stuff called Oricium or Richium or whatever. Rich something. Okay. That Atlantis was famous for, and it conducted electricity and all these different things, and it was, yeah. And then, now I don't know how true this is, but in what I'm reading about our story of Atlantis, because this has led me over here to these people, there was a continent bigger than Africa. That's what they said. Now, I ain't did all my research, but God, they were so pompous and whatever, they got Eureka. Come on now, because you know that O should be a U or a I. Guess what else I found out? There we go, right there, Eureka. Yeah, that I believe Ellington is what it is. It's where we get our word rich, RICH. And these were the most extravagant folks, Atlantis folks. We ain't even done yet. Y'all know I got a stack of books right here. We still going. We at about 58 minutes. Whose mind is blown today? A little bit. Anybody? You found it. There you go. That's it. Or a calcum or whatever it's called. You see it? Crystal City. Okay. All right. We still going. We ain't even halfway through. It don't even seem like we've been on here an hour, do it? We've been on here an hour. Do it seem like your time goes fast when you get in the goods? Look at that. Okay. So I'm going to take me a break in just a second. Give me one moment. Okay. So look. Okay, look. So it says, okay. So evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies. So the giants' spirits, which is exactly what we read in Enoch. I mean, not Enoch. The Testament of Solomon. The demons that was coming to visit Solomon kept telling them, my mama was an earth woman, but my daddy was an angel. And I'm a shapeshifter. Sometimes I'm a dog. Sometimes I'm this. Sometimes I'm that. Did we not read that in the Testament of Solomon? Your toes stuck, glow girl. Oh, yes, we know. Sammy. You all in our stuff today, baby, because that's where we at. That's what we doing. We doing it. We doing that. We got the book of the beast. We got the reports. I didn't understand why God had me buy this book last year, but now I know. I found out last night, early this morning, this book. The reports of the magicians and astrologers at Nineveh. Oh, yes, because I just read a story that Abraham, the astrologers knew he was coming. And so Og, we gonna get back to that because that's in Og. We gonna go back there. See, it's this whole little. Just give me a minute. We got it. You made my hubby get on your live. Hey, not ear hustling. Hey, cousin, come on in. Cause I'm busting in today. Listen here. Come on with it. Look here. So look. Okay, so look, he said, I have not appointed for you wives. So this is the angels for the spiritual ones of heaven. Y'all supposed to be up there. And now the giants who are proceeded from the spirits and flesh shall be called the evil spirits upon earth. And on the earth shall be their dwelling. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies because they are born from men. Because we are not. When we die, I just told y'all, when you give up your breath, and your spirit leaves, your body still be here. But they thought, okay, prime example, did y'all watch the Noah movie when the rock giants, when they got out of the rocks, when they killed them, they said, Father, please receive me or whatever, right? Because they don't get to stay here because they not of earth. There's a jail in heaven on the 2nd and the 5th floor waiting on them. So your origin, you go back to your origin. We came out of the dirt. They go back to heaven to themselves. Okay? But because their sons and daughters were a mix of heaven and hell, and their spirits was supposed to live longer, God said, yeah, I'm going to trap them down here with their body. They're not going where you guys go. This is why they kept trying to get back to heaven. This is why man keep trying to get back to heaven and find out where heaven is. And the fallen angels, the grays, the blues, and these mythical beings, we don't become stars. Well, if you believe you become a star, I don't become a star. But, okay. Because I got a library of a McCrib waiting on me, so I don't want to be no star. Okay, so let's get going. So, excuse me. Evil spirits proceeded from their bodies because they are born from men, and from the holy watchers is their beginning and primal origin. They shall be called evil spirits on earth, and evil spirits, and evil wait a minute. Watcher, primal origin. They shall be, and they shall be the evil spirits on earth, and evil spirits they shall be called. As for the spirits of heaven, in heaven shall be their dwelling. But as for the spirits of earth, which were born upon earth, and on the earth shall be their dwelling. And the spirits of the giants, here we go now. And the spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, trouble. They take no food, but nevertheless hunger and thirst and cause offenses. And these spirits shall rise up against the children of men and against the women because they have proceeded from them. Kindred evil spirits that attack mankind. The Babylonians knew it. The devils and evil spirits of Babylonia, this is where the giants were created in ancient Mesopotamia. This is where they was made. In the Babylonian and Assyrian, this is where they started drinking blood. This is where they made the goblins and monsters that we read about in the book of the giants and the book of Enoch. Guess what else I learned last night? Up until like 1840 or something like that, the word dinosaur wasn't even a word. In the Bible, it was only, or anywhere, it was dragon. It was like 1841 or 19 something. No, it said dragons all the way through. Dragon. So when it says dragon in the Bible, it means just that. Because the angels went into the reptiles, and if they went into the women and made giant people, I say this all the time, then they made giant birds, a harpy. Giant elephants, Elephant Island. The massive snakes that we thought was carved, and come to find out they are petrified, massive, giant snakes. So the petrified giant animals are exactly that. Now, let's keep going. All right. For the days, from the days of the slaughter and destruction and death of the giants, from the souls of whose flesh the spirits having gone forth shall destroy without incurring judgment. Thus they shall destroy until the day of the consummation, the great judgment, in which the age shall be consummated. Over the watchers and the godless, yea, shall be wholly consummated. And now, as to the watchers who have sent thee to intercede for them, who had been aforetime in heaven, say to them, you have been in heaven, but all the mysteries had not yet been revealed to you. And you knew worthless ones. And these in the hardness of your hearts have made known to the women. You have made known to the women. And through these mysteries, women and men work much evil on earth. Say to them, you have no peace. This is God talking to the watchers, the people that came down and made the orishas. Because did y'all pay attention to that metal that I just told y'all about? If you play with it, it looked just, you could easily see that being. Because Oricium, or however, Orich, Orish. And we know for a fact that these angels and these fallen entities named everything that they found after themselves. Because depending on where you at, that CH could be a SH in that metal I just told y'all about. And that was supposed to be in Atlantis. And it was supposed to be a bigger continent than Africa. Oricha. That's Orisha right there, ain't it? That's Orisha right there. Oricha. Ain't that Orisha? SHCH. Tell me that that's not y'all word, Orisha, right there. Is it? And don't you got, when you dealing with the Orisha, you're gonna be using alchemy. Right? When you get to dealing with them using powders and this and that and blood and oh, honey, you said it's close. Let me tell you something. They play with it. IRERORUR. All. And guess what else I found out? Remember when we was trying to go through and we was looking at Sennacherib? I found out that IB means heart. So some of you Arabic folks that speak Arabic might already know that. But the IB means heart. IB When you see like in Arabic culture, the IB, or even IBN, IB together, like at the end of cherub, means heart. Okay? IB. So Sennacherib. When you start, IB means heart. Not IV, nephew, IB, as in boy. So when you see the IB on the end of names, like in the Bible and in Egyptian culture and different things like that, what's funny is it always has a lot of cherub in the end of it. But they spell it, instead of CHERUB, it's IB. What's a cherub? What's a cherub? An angel. And I told you, I don't know why. Sennacherib makes me think son of a cherub. Son of the cherub. Because we now know that Og and Sihon and Sargon were children of angels. Now y'all understand why, if you're reading Enoch, God is always talking about the kings and the rulers, because the kings and the rulers was the animal people and the children of the angels. This is why everybody wanted to rule over and take over Israel. Senna means brightness. In Arabic, like an angel. Didn't they say they came down like stars, bright? I told you, we getting closer. Bright cherub, huh? So Senna means bright, and cherub is an angel. These cherubim guarded access to the throne. Senna. Bright angel. Sennacherib. Can y'all look up pictures of him and see if does he have wings? The Sennacherib, is he ever depicted with wings? I'll be right back. We hit an hour. Bright, beloved heart. And the angel's children was their most prized possession, the gods. We about to get to that when we go back to Enoch, and God is saying, make them kill each other. We right on. Now we know God made them watch their kids kill each other. All the giants, he made them watch them. This is a type war. Since we were the apple of God's eye, God took the apple of their eye and made them kill each other since they was using their kids to kill us. Is y'all getting all this? It is a whole web of interesting things. All right, y'all. All right, are we ready? So, y'all ready? He was the king of Assyria. And who were the Assyrians? A lot of the Assyrians were children of the angels. We know this. Even the Smithsonian says the same thing. The Hittites and all of them. Right? We know that even from here. Beginning of civilization, of course. Right? They showing us. Hold on. They show us the migration. Then right at the beginning of civilization, something starts to happen. What is this? Shamans and bird people. Book of the Dead, the afterlife. Huh. Magic. Bones. He is a winged being. Sennacherib was a winged being. He was. y'all see this symbol at all the time, just about every day? Who sees this symbol every day? Cinnamon rolls. Is this not our loading symbol? Ain't this loading on your phone too? You know what else this is? A spiral staircase. It's a spiral staircase too. The at sign. It sure is at. It is the at sign. This is a ritualistic symbol. It sure is. Spelling. We be spelling every time we at somebody. Here we go. I told y'all. We getting ready to go right on down the rabbit hole. Oh, I know, Queen. It's just all over the place, isn't it? I know. Okay. So, y'all remember I told y'all that Marduk, the god, was a real person. Marduk was a real person. You see this? Sumerian magical text. E. Okay. We see this name everywhere. Right? So I was looking through here too. Oh, look at that. Prayer against the evil spirits. Sumerians, the Anunnaki, they mixed in. The EA game. EA games. EA sport. Oh my God, and think about it. The giants and the angels are the ones that brought the Olympiad. And the war game. You said it, Tony. They just put it everywhere, right in our faces, all over. You always playing the Sims. You said I quit. Queen. No, come on back. I'm dragging you back up. And now y'all see why I just have to buy more books. Got some books on the way right now. They should be here at 10 o'clock today. Spirals are the symbol to hypnotize. And they're also how a snake coils. Mom, when I have that symbol to the heart. Now, see, you just, when I was on the toilet, I thought about that. Have y'all realized that all of those have to do with a magical rock or bracelet or some type of enchanted object? We're going to get back to this part of Enoch, but we're going to go right back over here to page 16. And they took wives unto themselves, and everyone respectively chose one woman for himself. We know they didn't choose just one. And they began to go into them, and they taught them magical medicine, incantations, the cutting of roots, and taught them about plants. And the women became pregnant and gave birth to great giants whose heights were 300 cubits. These giants consumed the produce of all the people and detested feeding them. So we know Maui was a demigod, and he had a magical rock and a magical hook. But he couldn't be magical without his hook. He couldn't transform into a fly without his hook. He couldn't transform into a dolphin or any of that unless he had that hook thing. And the rock had a spiral on it. The Nike hook, exactly. The Nike hook that's on all of your Jordans. He couldn't transform unless he had his amulet or talisman. Let me ask you a question. Oh boy, from Wakanda Forever, what did he need to be able to do whatever he was supposed to do? There was something that he couldn't do, and then once he got something, he was able to do it. What was it? To drink a potion? The vibranium? I thought it was something that he needed on him. He needed the necklace. He needed the necklace? What was his thing that allowed him to do whatever he did? It was the purple flower? The necklace and the purple flower. The necklace and the purple flower. Okay. And his suit had the magic in it. So all of his armor was enchanted. The necklace was his suit. The purple flower again. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. So I'm gonna read this again. I'm gonna read this first part of Enoch, the first book, 7th chapter again. And listen to what we're saying. And they took wives unto themselves, and everyone respectively chose one woman for himself, and they began to go into them, and they taught them magical medicine. See, we didn't read that 100,000 times, dang near, since we've been on here. But listen. And they taught them magical medicine, incantations, the cutting of roots, and taught them about plants. Again, the first thing that the fallen angels taught the women, the human women, was magical medicine, spells, the cutting of roots, and taught them about plants. In Wakanda, to turn into Black Panther, what did he have to do? Magical medicine with plants. Cut the roots of the flowers and make a potion out of it. Okay. Undergo sleep with the root spell. And then the guy from Wakanda Forever, what turned him into what he was, the superhuman, was the potion with the spell and the plants. Superman. It says that he had a human mama. Was both his parents gods and he had a humanoid thing, or was one of his? It was a certain crystal that kept him strong or not strong, wasn't it? They were both gods. Okay. So he had two Titan parents. He was from a different planet. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. You mean like how the people in Africa say that their ancestors are from Sirius B? Okay. Hey, baby. Okay, so listen, I need y'all to go to page 18 real quick. Well, actually, go to page. Doctor Strange was good too. Yes, they do. They do a lot of it, all the stuff, all of it. So go to page 17 real quick down at the bottom, the last sentence. And it says, and all the children of the people will not perish. Y'all see that in the end of 10, the last sentence of 10? 17, page 17, book 1. Okay, so look. And all the children of the people will not perish through all the secrets of the angels, which they taught to their sons, and the whole earth has been corrupted by Azazel's teaching of his own actions, and write upon him all sin. And to Gabriel the Lord said, proceed against the bastards and the reprobates, and against the children of adultery. Okay? And destroy the children of adultery, and expel the children of the watchers from among the people, and send them against one another, so that they may be destroyed in the fight for the length of days they have not. God said, I'm not letting them live. They thought because their daddies was immortals that they was going to be the immortals, and they not. This is the Titan War starting to happen. The wars. This is why I told y'all the wars that are mentioned in all of these books. The battles map, my map. The biblical wars. The wars of the Japanese. Because these was okay. Y'all getting it? Okay. He said they will beg you. They will beg you everything. They will beg you. They will beg you everything for their fathers on behalf of themselves because they hope to live in eternal life. Did y'all get that? Listen. They will beg you everything for their fathers on behalf of themselves because they hope to live in eternal life. So the giants was going to say, hey, Raphael, y'all, my daddy is your brother. My daddy is an eternal being like you. It's not for me, for your brother. Semyaza is your brother, Raphael. I'm your nephew. Okay. And to Michael, they will beg you everything for their fathers on behalf of themselves because they hope to live in eternal life. They hope that each one of them will live a period of 500 years. And to Michael, God said, make known to Semyaza and to the others who are with them who fornicated with the women, that they will die together with them in all their defilement. And when they and all their children have battled with each other, and when they have seen the destruction of their beloved ones, bind them for 70 generations underneath the rocks of the ground until their day of judgment and their consummation, until the eternal judgment is concluded. In those days, they will lead them into the bottom of the fire and in torment and in prison, where they will be locked up forever. And at that time, they will burn and die. Those who collaborated with them will be bound together, and with them henceforth unto the end of all generations, and destroy all the souls of pleasure and the children of the watchers, for they have done injustice to man. Miss Barella, if you really want to know, it's a form of divination. It's a form of divination. Now, let's ride on over to Og real quick. We're going to go to the book of Og because he is one of the last Rephaim. Og was. He was some of the last races of giants. This is probably why God let him get on a boat. Thank you, Doris. I appreciate it. Okay. So I gotta go back to Og. Hold on. Oh. The giants of the 100,000 giant war. The giants of the 100,000 giant war. King Og of Bashan, who was Abraham's slave, who ended up getting on the boat with Noah, but they changed his name to Eleazar or Elizar, or however you say that. This is why he hated Nimrod, because Nimrod gave him to Abraham as a slave. Now, let me find out. Not let me find out, but let me find where I was reading last night where Og was talking. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Not Abraham, Moses. I said that wrong. Moses, not Abraham, Moses. I'm sorry, y'all. Blah, Moses. He was. Now I know why he hated him. I said Abraham, Moses. Moses. Okay, so look, this is the lost book of King Og. The final words of Og, words to Moses. Do y'all want to know how crazy this man talked to Moses? Do y'all want to hear how crazy this man talked to Moses, Og of Bashan? His mouth is reckless. Reckless. His mouth is reckless. Excuse me. Okay. It said, did you think, now this is Og talking to Moses. Now get this in your mind. This is Og talking to Moses. Okay. Listen. He said, did you think, O corrupt worm of Israel? He called Moses a corrupt worm of Israel. This dude, just wait. I said, oh my God, he is reckless. Did you think, O corrupt worm of Israel, that I did not stand above the great water in the mountains? Tell me they don't be telling us without telling us. You just stay right here. This is the secret history of the giants. And all of this stuff, if you go look it up, is real. Like all the people that be writing y'all stories for the Guild Awards, the Golden Quill Awards, are all of y'all writers for all y'all shows. But they really used to be the scribes of the Magic Order of the Golden Quills. Actually, they're still in that. The Golden Quill Award, this is where it comes from. The people that protect the long history of the secret folk, the elves, the dwarves, the fairies, the merfolk, and those races now spoken of in whispers. Hold on, but we not done yet. I want to show y'all something. Oh, okay. Keep this in your mind right here, because we're gonna read something about that too. Keep this in your mind. Keep this teeth. Now remember, in this book it said that these was teeth. That the old stone things was the giant's teeth. Okay? Y'all remember? They told us that these is teeth. The stone hinges is the giant's teeth, actually. Now, it's a story I read last night. They said the same damn thing. That some of them chairs, some of the royal seats over in Egypt and stuff like that is carved out of giant's teeth. One single tooth. Their thrones. Yep. A lot of the thrones in ancient Mesopotamia was carved out of giant's teeth. And I want to say Moses' seat, one of them was out of giant's teeth. And they said that in this book right here. And I read that, then I read what I read last night. I said, oh my God, that's in my book. And I had to come in here and look, and it was. Okay. So, that ain't what I wanted to show y'all, though. I want to show y'all. Where are y'all? Oh, look at. Because it was giants bigger than them. But y'all see how little the people is. Those are human-sized people. Regular people that do, if they was probably standing right up on them, look like a grasshopper. Because this guy ain't even standing all the way up. And you see his man size, little, and then super big. Okay? But that ain't the last of what I want to show y'all. It's saying, now we know how the old lady lived in somebody's shoe. Now y'all know where Easter Island came from. Because they thought they was just heads all that time until they dug all the way down in there. And then they saw that's not what it was. It was something else. Disembodied spirit, maybe? Disembodied spirit, maybe? That big old head that's over there in Cuba or wherever it is. Oh, disembodied spirits, maybe? Olmecs, yeah, all of them. Giants of the eastern and most outer. Oh, Panguru, the land of Afrique. Now, who remembers in Josephus where we get the name Africa from? Never had something to do with Abraham and his daughter. Y'all remember? And Hercules, that whole story of them. It's right here. See, I don't want to lose my places because we got to go so many places today. But that page is ripped. Here we go, right here. This is Josephus, the complete works of the Jews, antiquities of the Jews. And right up there, y'all know, those of you that have seen it. Aphora. See that? It says right here, the history of Moses. The legislator realized that relates that there were many sons born to Abraham and Keturah. He names just three of them: Aphor, Surim, and Japhran. That from Surim, the land of Assyria was denominated, and from the other two, Aphor and Japhran, the country of Africa took its name because these men were auxiliaries to Hercules when he fought against Libya and Antaeus. And that Hercules married Aphora's daughter, and he begot a son, Diodorus. And Sophon was his son. So we know that Abraham's granddaughter married Hercules. And this is where we get the name Aphora, is where we get the name Africa. Right? So, back to our giants. Where did I put them? Oh. The land of Africa. Korean giants. Now, giants of Fiji, and so forth. Oh. Giant heart in a box. This is where I was going next. Think about this. How many witches in the old days and warlocks could take their heart out and put it in a box? And we were talking about IB being heart. The only way to kill these animals, vampires, werewolves, and all of that, was to shoot them through they what? With what? The heart with silver or a stake. And now we know that IB means heart. And Sennacherib had wings like he was the son of a cherub, a fallen cherub. And to kill these beings, you would have to get them through the heart. So then the witches learned how to make an artificial heart, didn't they? They learned how to make an artificial heart of the vampire. You would have to find the vampire or the animal's heart because it would be locked in a box. And you can't say they didn't because we got an artificial heart now called a pacemaker. They got artificial hearts right now. And what do we see here? Do y'all see that? Turning to stone. Legends are rife with accounts of giants being turned to stone by sunlight. This is nonsense for the most part. Only one giant in 1,000 has a rare and highly reactive condition that instantly calcifies skin in sunlight. Really? You mean like look at that, church bells. Who just watched Troll? Who watched Troll? Remember what would happen when them church bells would get the ringing? Can I ask you a question? The Disney movie with the hunchback, where was he at? What happened to this dude? Didn't he have to hear a bell or something too? Y'all see this double face? Come on, where are you? I probably passed it already. Christ. Okay, where are you? I passed it. Give me 1 second, family. I want to show you something. Grisha. Ah! Ready? Janice and Janice, the Two-Faced dude. Don't that look familiar? Two-Faced used to be called Janice Faced. This was a real person that existed. Is that on Versace? Now, oh, hold on. Where is it? It's in here. Probably need to open it. Oh, yeah. Good book. I don't know what's in here. The Mountain Builders. Who are the Mountain Builders, y'all? Where the heck is the... This is a real book, too. The Giganticum. Like Gigas Giganticum. Other giant creatures of the world. This ain't what I'm looking for. Yeah, I thought it was a picture of, and I know it was. Oh, look at that. All the giants around the world. India, Australia, Japan, Russia, Sweden, London, the Isle of Spain, Central America, North America, Northwest American coast, and Scandinavia. I don't know where it is, and I thought it was in this book, but I'm guessing it's not. But there was a picture. It's probably in one of these fold outs that I took the time to fold out. I'm not about to be looking for it. Oh. Giants. Their magic and their meanings. The magic and meanings. The giants' magic. The giants' magic. Really. I do not know where that's at. That's weird. Giant relatives. Giant daughters. The child. Oh. The Child of Hell or Halley. John Middleton, born in 1578, was a normal baby of average size, and then he was the whole giant. Ain't that where y'all little story of the what's the name came out of? England or somewhere? I do not know where that page is. And this is the Norse giants, Jotun, and we already know where they lived. They really used to live in Ur. We know that. Ah, I was looking for this. Biblical giants. Could this possibly be Og? Because he's talking about standing at the waters and looking over the mountains. Could this possibly be Og? Who was around when the flood got ready to happen? Now listen. The Bible says there were giants in those days, and their names were numerous. The Nephilim, the Enochian, the Rephaim, the Zamzummim, the Emin, the Omen, and the Gibberim. Few of them survived the flood. We know the most famous of them from the ancient scrolls that have come down to the order of the golden quills through vagaries at that time. A Sumerian giant, Humwawa or Humbaba, before he was slain by Gilgamesh, king of Iraq, the giant Humwawa was once revered and shattered tablets 6,000 years as shattered tablets 6,000 years old attest. These tablets were discovered buried beneath a ruined gate leading to the cedar forest, and seemed to form some sort of hymn to this ancient giant. You know where he's mentioned that? Enki and Enlil, they're all mentioned in here. Isn't this crazy? How y'all doing over there? Y'all still love me or no? We getting there because we ain't done yet. I gotta get to this odd dude because he was talking real crazy. Is y'all ready? We've been on here 2 hours. Oh, I get to go have a break. I get to go have a break, honey, because I just left at an hour. And it's been another hour already. Literally, we're at 120. I left at 70 minutes, and then we at 120 already. Goodness gracious. Oh, here we go, y'all. All right. Yeah, I gotta go have me a break. I'll be right back. And I need some coffee. Hold on, 2 hours. Wait a minute. That doesn't hurt. Okay. Gotta give me some juice, make me some coffee, and go to the bathroom. All right. Okay, here we go. We big. Okay. Y'all, when I tell y'all I got so much information right now, we ain't even got to the other books. We haven't even got to none of the other stuff. It's just mind blowing, all of the things. Where do we know the name Atlan from? Because Atlantis was named after someone named Atlan. What happened? Who is Atlan? I was just gonna let me be on her requested list and everything. I don't even care. Atlanta derives from the ancient, yeah. But Atlan, not Atlanta, but Atlan. Atlantis, Atlantic, Atlas. Who do the Greeks say Atlas was? Enoch. And do you remember? Do you remember that the giants had to fly a cosmic journey to get to him? And mounting up on their hands like wings, it says. Yeah, Enoch is the only person in any world that knows exactly what's going to happen because God sat there and told him. He's written down every last one of our sins and our stories. Enoch did. So in a sense, he holds the weight of the world on his shoulders because he knows what's going to happen and what each and every last person that has ever been born is going to do to the last person being born. Don't you think that'll be a heavy weight? Wow, that's crazy. Enoch did become Metatron when he got to heaven. I know. But think about that. He knows from Adam to the last person that is going to be born around the world, every single thing that each and every last one of us has done and how we will die. Yes. Don't that feel like you holding the weight of the world from the first person to the last? Even the people that was born before him, he know their stories. God recounted to him everything. Atlas. He saw the whole world. He saw the ether. He saw the molecules that make up the atoms, whatever, that whole thing. Atoms that make up the molecules and so forth. Makes sense now about Atlas holding up the whole world on his shoulders because he knows the sins of every single person. Because God told him, God knows what you're going to do before you do it. As soon as he got to heaven, God gave him all the books. You got to get your OTP, redneck. Come on, it's right in there in Enoch where we are right now. Okay, let's talk about it real quick. Let's bust it down, break it real quick. And then we got to get to our other stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's the second book of Enoch. So we're going to get on down in the second book here. All right. Listen. This is the second book of Enoch. You got to go get these books. You got to go. All the questions is answered, I promise you. It's mind blowing now. You got, okay, brothers and sisters of the community, please tell Redneck, listen, Redneck. You're going to have to wipe everything you thought you knew. Okay, who had to wipe everything that they thought they knew when they came and started studying in the WORU community? I did. I was raised Apostolic Pentecostal, baby. I thought I knew it all. Do I have a book list? Yes and no. I have some books that I put up in my Amazon storefront thing. We got book lists there with some of this, but not all of them. Mm-mm. Okay. So, and the crazy thing is, Yeshua is king. Look at this. Lilith comes from the Sumerian word. Again, the book I just had out that I just put back. Lilithu, which is a female demon from Babylonia. Now, think about this. Yes, I do. So look at this. I know. Do you have OTP, Redneck? If you don't, send me your address and we'll send you some. I mean, if you trust us with your address, we send out books all the time. So if you don't have OTP, we'll send you some because you got to get it. Okay, send me your address. CERCA TROVA books. Now, I want to say this because I might not have made this clear. Sometimes God has me give people books that probably don't need us to buy them for them, but that's okay. But for the most part, the people that we buy books for are people that $60 will throw you off. Because we feel like if you can spend $60 on a haircut or bundles or whatever, or getting your nails done or Casamigos, or to go out with your friends, you can sit a night out, sit a hairstyle out, go an extra week without a cut and get your own books. We buy books for people that cannot afford them. $60 is going to throw them all the way off. They won't be able to get to work. And we're not just giving out free books because we on TikTok. We have a real nonprofit organization. Who spends $60 for a haircut? Men, they get a steam and a shave and a whole service. I mean, you might not, but there are men that spend $110 for a haircut. I mean, if, you know, that's a different maybe quality of man, but I'm just saying, not saying nothing to you. But yeah, this men that spend $120 on a haircut because they're going to get the whole service. Their face going to be steamed. Their hair going to be steamed. They're going to get a shampoo. It's the whole service. Steam and pushed in, infused into their hair with oils and, oh yeah. Sometimes more than that. Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. 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 Okay, honey. Yeshua is king. Let me tell you something, though. Please don't try to rush my class. That is the number one thing. If we go off and start talking about something else, please don't try to redirect my class. Because I used to do here. So that's not a we skipping over there back to what I want to learn. This is my class. And so I might talk about something else for 20 minutes. We're not going to do that. That is the number one way to get you under my skin. Okay? No, it's not a joke to me. I'm telling you, it's offensive. So I don't. You might have thought it was a joke, but I'm telling you, you might not want to do that. Love you, but that's one of my pet peeves. Because people try to do that here, or they'll try to throw out a subject to make me start talking about it, or whatever it is. So I'm just letting you know right now. Please don't do that. Joking or not, it's one of my. Ask the people; they'll let you know. I promise. It's a huge thing for me. It's like you're dismissing what I'm saying right now. You might not feel like that, but that's how it makes me feel. So I ask people not to do it. Now, just so y'all know this, y'all done seen this before. Okay. So this is me learning about. Now, mind you, I bought this book a long time ago. Okay. Way before I had a lot of these books. But when I tell you, if I don't break everything that I read down, now sometimes we're reading it and I haven't read it for a while, y'all, because I told you I've been studying this for a long time. So it's not fresh in my mind always. That's why I like reading it and then going back over learning something else because it's like I'm reading it for the first time again. It never gets dull to me because every single time I read it, God has shown me something else. So then the story just deepens. My cheeks are tight, if y'all know. Okay. So with that, when I started studying about the ancient spirits, okay, of ancient look, Lilithu. See it? This is where we get the word Lilith. Look, Nimrod, Eric, Akkad, Kauna, Sinar or Shinar. Azazu is Azaziel. Azazu is Azaziel. Same name, same different name, same person. Okay? Then we got the sons of Akkad, and the Shedim are devils. Lilithu are spirits. And look, Ashurbanipal, Hamat. Now, what's give me a minute. Hold on. Didn't I just see that at 120 today? Harut and Marut. Harut and Marut are the two angels of Babylon. These are the spirits of Babylon. And I know they be playing Hamat. Hamat and Harut. I'm going to have to get this together because I know they be playing with names. It just depends on who calling them that name. Anyway. Okay. All right. We just don't need that. So hold on. Okay. So Ashurbanipal parents, his kids are Adad or Asher, some other people. Okay. Calna is the city he starts. He spoke Akkadian. He was the king of Assyria. It says, why would the word for God's plural, Elani, be in the name of the children of Ashurbanipal? Oh, yeah. That was something else I was reading about. Galu, Gallu, means devil. Like gallop. Gallu, right? Elani, which is crazy because people name their kids Milani, Milania, and all the Elanis, right? And that name is recognized as God. Like Milan, if you were to take the M off of Milan, okay? I told y'all names mean something. You might want to find the root before you just be calling people by stuff. Where is it? Look. Gods. Elani. Yeah, it could be Elon too. Mm-hmm. Right? So, okay, so listen. It says he seems to have an idea that the soul or the Ikimu, literally the thing which is snatched away, possess supernatural powers or at least existence. Beyond this, it is exceedingly difficult to say how much of it is. It says this much seems certain, however, that the words like Yutuku, spirit, Alu, Alu, like aluminum. So Alu means demon. Alel is the prefix of God, but when you add U to the end of it, in oh wow. And think about it. Pride makes it all about you, Aruk, all the U names that they named uranium, Uranus. Like your God. Like you are Sometimes we substitute your for you are, Uranus, planet of rebellion. Is that what Uranus is? That's my cousin say, clear. Here we go. Uruguay. Yeah, it's about to get crazy. I can see this is going to be pretty. Yeah. Uriel, right. Well, Uriel is actually a good angel, but maybe he was one of the angels that guarded over the planet Uranus. The UK, I don't know. But Iraq, Iran, Ursula. Yeah, okay. Okay. But when you add U to AL, it means demon. And AL and EL is God's name. Allah, Elohim, EL and AL. And when you add U in the Assyrian or Babylonian text or ancient Mesopotamia, it meant evil spirit, demon. Alu. So ELU or ALU in ancient Mesopotamia or Akkadian meant demon. And it's so funny that is because when he got rid of the fallen angels, he took the EL and AL off of their name. But it showed up in their other name. ALU means demon, not of God. Aluminum is what they're spraying in the chemtrails. Wonder who's telling them to do that. Maybe the fallen angels that are still here? And their children? Those are the disembodied spirits that were evil and their whole thing was to kill mankind? The angels are the ones that taught the men how to extract the metal out of the rock. Barium, aluminum, and lithium is ball. Wow. It's in the deodorants. Who taught this? Isn't this what they use to make all that stuff? Alchemy. And the periodic table. What is it, the periodic table? This causes transmutation of materials. If you use these symbols, you can cause things to turn into stuff it's not, like a human into an animal. Alchemical, AL, which is secrets of God, right? Because we know that the angels came down and taught magic medicine and all of that chemistry. We just read it in Enoch. Yeah, you're right. Me too. But they weren't ever supposed to know. We were never supposed to know chemistry. We were never supposed to. The periodic table of an alchemist. Weren't the fallen angels given earth to rule? Not those. It's two separate groups of angels. There was the angels that fought in heaven with Lucifer and left. And then there was a group of angels that were the judges. There's a book in the Bible called Judges. Okay? Book, and they're called kings. It's a reason for that. And they come after Genesis, where the giants were made, and they started to rule over the people because their daddies were fallen angels. Okay. So with that, there was two different races of angels. There was the angels that fell with Lucifer, and then there was angels before there was kings, that they used to go up to the mountain. We see in the movies they used to go up to the mountain to visit the spiritual beings that would tell them what to do. That was Mount Hermon. That's where the angels used to be. In the sixth book of Enoch, where we was just at, let's flip back. We're going to go back to this because I want to answer Redneck's question because we didn't got off. But here we go. In the first book of Enoch, on page 15 of this book, the OTP. See, right here. Look, Lucifer had already fell. This is in Genesis 2. This is Genesis 6. This is Genesis 6. In your KJV, the fall of the angels. If you go read Genesis 6, it's going to say just about this same thing, but it don't list the name of the angels that did it. And it's right here. Semyaza, Baraquiel, Aziel, Amaros, Badarel, Ramiel. Now the angels' names show up, but see that Mount Hermon right there? They swore 200 of them. Now, this is when the men had already begun to multiply. Lucifer and them had already failed. Adam had 7 generations by this time. Jared was here. What is the name of my nonprofit? You can go to YouTube. The name of my nonprofit is Tell My Place. But you can go to YouTube. All our classes is free over there. We got over 500 videos there. Yeah, our nonprofit is Tell My Place. Yeah. But the name of our school is going to be the CERCA TROVA Institute of Wisdom, which means the seeking and finding of wisdom and knowledge. Once we get our accreditation. Oh, yes. Has nothing to do with me. CERCA TROVA is not my name. It means to seek and find. 22 is spiritual life. So that name means seek and find spiritual life. Yes, WOU right now. We outside International University because we have students on all 7 continents and the islands. And zoo. Yes. So that's where you'll go to find out about the angels. Now, back over here, because my homeboy, Redneck, are you still here? I'm sorry they got me off your stuff. We got a student that always be in a corner. We used to have a lot of students that used to be in the corner. But now, Tone, you don't be in the corner that much, though. You making room for the new people. He used to be in the corner every day. He making room for the new people to get done past them. Oh, you was in the hot seat today. Yeah, you almost got, see, Tom, you moved out the way so Yeshua's king could sit in the corner because it. The funniest thing is when we have to block people and they come back as family members. I promise that. See, when I first started telling y'all about that happens in my personal life, y'all thought I was playing. And then y'all started watching it for this whole year play out on the internet. And yes, it really happened like that in real life too. I told y'all, I said, watch. If they anything like all the other people I've tried to get rid of, they're going to go make a new thing and come back. And they do. And then they just be family members. I love y'all all. Just come back and act like you got some sense. It's okay. It's real, Miss Michelle. People, they like, I'm back. I said, why are you fighting to be in a room that nobody wants you to be in? Crazy. This is the internet. You can go talk to your family for real. Yeah, probably never meet me in your life. Like, listen. The internet make people crazy, y'all. You said I had to write it out. Listen here. Come on. Internet be making people crazy. I be like, Lord, this is why you keep me tucked away. Cause I can't say that, Tone, because it was this one dude that used to preach in this church that I used to go to, and it was a little church, but he was from Cali, y'all. And he used to be under Noel Jones. He was like an armor bearer for Noel Jones at one point in time. So this man had knowledge. And he was young. He was early 20s, probably 25, 24, something like that when I was like 14, him and his wife. But when I tell y'all, every time this man used to preach, I used to be so interested because he taught stuff that I had. Mind y'all, my grandmother is an apostolic Pentecostal. She was one of the first women to have her own church and all that old stuff like that, like women preachers, you know, that was recognized and they was okay with it in the PAW and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So with that, it just meeting this man when I was young and seeing his thirst for God and how he really did study the word and it just wasn't repeated. Every time he preached, he was our youth pastor. Every time he preached, I took notes and was on it and would go home and look and go to, you know what I mean, different places and say, yeah, I used to be a 66er too, of course. We all used to be 66ers. We all did, all of us. Gotta start somewhere. Look, that's why when they be like basic instructions before leaving Earth, right, the most basic. Do you want to be a basic all your life? Because I don't know who be bragging about being a basic. This is an instruction manual or a syllabus. Thank you, Dad. A syllabus. A syllabus don't give you all the information, but it tell you where to start looking for the information. You, once you get your syllabus, you have to go and get the rest of it. If you Google, like I say, the word Omnicephorus in this book, it's going to bring you to the book Paul and Thecla that is not in your KJV. Well, Omnicephorus is mentioned in the New Testament, but it takes you to another book that's not in here. There's so many names that if you just Google the name while you're reading it, you'll find the rest of the books of the Bible and the rest of the stories. This is your syllabus on how to get to the rest of the Jubilees that's mentioned in here. How many pastors and talked about a Jubilee, baby, but they never told you it was a book that you could go read so you could learn about the daughters of Adam and Eve that you have to read simultaneously with Genesis and Jasher and Enoch and a couple other ones. They all mentioned in here. The Jubilees are mentioned in here. The Rechabites, and we know there's a whole testament of the Rechabites. There was a whole, excuse me, the sons of Rechab. God took a whole piece of them and put them like in the Bermuda Triangle. And they're also like a part of the elders that pray for us. They can see everything that goes on with us. And they only have intercourse one time in their whole life. It's 2 kids born. One kid is celibate for the rest of their life, and the other one mates and has a set of twins. And they only eat when the water comes up from the base of the tree. And God lets food come up on plants. And if he want to put them on a fast, the food just don't come up. Sounds pretty magical to me. And you can look up the sons of Rechab in the Bible and then go read the book of the Rechabites. They say, yeah, we used to live on earth with y'all and blah, blah, skip. And then God translated us here. And this is how our life is. We see y'all, we pray for y'all, we intercede for y'all. Matter of fact, man who's still in his skin and still full of sin, how did you even get here? The sons of Rechab are mentioned in this Bible. And then you get your OTP and they got a whole book. You can read the real story of Job and understand. Ooh, that story's so good. Testament of Job make you see? We used to be like, okay, Job, because they always talk about what he lost. And but it's juicy. And then to find out that his daughters is Amethyst, Horn, Cassia, and Nike is real crazy. And his brother is Nereus. All Greek gods. It's the Old Testament pseudepigrapha. You can get it on Amazon right now. It's 2 books, book 1 and book 2. It's a 2-volume set. Don't buy them separately. They're gonna charge you like $70, $80. When you can get both of them right now. They've been on sale because of the CERCA TROVA community, honey. They didn't been on. They didn't been on sale for a year and a half. Yeah, one of Job's daughters and Amethyst Horn. She's mentioned in Homer Iliad and I think Hesiod's Theogony. Oh yeah, that's a sale, Ellington. They been, haven't they, y'all? These been on sale since I went viral. No joke. Because they been $69. That's the paperback's been $69.99 forever. They used to be $80 actually. And they've been on sale since last February. Going on March. They still on sale. Thank you, Lord. I told y'all everything I buy be on sale, and I'm still buying people books, so they still on sale. Thank you. Look. Come on. Oh. It's not a game. I put some flashlights on there today. They're solar powered and you can recharge them. They're small, but they're like that big light that I have. But they show, and they for like camping and stuff. I didn't add a couple of things to that list. Y'all know as I find stuff. Where they at? I don't even know where it is. Why do I feel sick to my stomach? I gotta start eating. I do be eating, but it just I was up late. Look at that. The battery's sticking to that. I don't know if this is charged. It is. They smaller ones of these. And they solar powered. This one isn't solar powered, but it can be charged. And it's got the metal thing on the top so you can whatever. But they smaller ones of these. But they're solar powered. So they're about this big, so each person can clip one on if you need to. I don't know how much they are. I put them on the survival list. I just put them on there right before. But yeah, they bright like this. And I think they have an emergency light as well. So they the smaller version of these, but it's 4 in a pack. I want to say they like, I don't know, but they get this bright. So no, they like $30. They under 30, the ones I put on. Y'all know I don't do no expensive stuff. This was $10 at Aldi's. Y'all be playing. Work Zone is Aldi stuff, baby. I got so much Work Zones. I bought this 7 years ago, 8 years ago. And it got the thing where you can hang it. It's got the thing where you can charge on the back of it. All these we having the truth. And I bought my ex-husband when I think he lost his. Not me. I still got myself. But the ones I put on there, the smaller ones, they like maybe whatever. They're solar powered too. So you can charge them by car, solar powered or whatever. So, yeah. I don't know, Tim. I don't care. He probably let one of his homeboys use it and they kept it. But I don't loan my tools to nobody. And don't tell me, oh, I got the money. Well, go buy one. And then you don't got to use mine. I'm happy you got the money. You don't need to, if you go buy yours, you don't got to borrow mine. He had his own tools and I had my own tools. We did not share tools. And somehow or another, he made it. He clicked the thing where he could get in my toolbox even when I had the EL at the end of angels. But even at the end of their names, Raphael, Gabriel, all of these, Satan and all of his brothers had those same type of names, but once God disowned them, they didn't get to have the name of God on them. All my kids have the name of God in the beginning of their name. 3 ALs, 1 EL. All my biological children have the name of God is the first 2 letters of their name. And I didn't know it when I was naming them that. I ain't even gonna lie. It wasn't until later that I found out they all AL. My first 3 are AL, and my last one is EL. So first 2 initials of all of my kids' names. All of them, AL and EL. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we be getting off. Oh, you know how the Bible always talks about seducing spirits? Because the angels seduce, some of the women try to seduce the angels, because we're going to get to that in Og and Enoch. But some of the men also, the angels seduce the women too. Okay. So do y'all see this at the bottom of here? The Lilithu and the Sadu. Like seducing spirits or seduced. The Lilithu or Lilith comes from Babylon. A group of she devils. Look. The various classes of evil spirits. Breaks down the underworld, Gilgamesh, Ebony, or Ebony. Ebony! Oh. Oh. Now we know where that name come from. EA-B. Ooh, let me go get my charger. And y'all see, y'all done read it before. It didn't make no sense then, but it do now. Oh, wow. EA-BANI, Ebony. Ooh, wee. Told y'all everything means something. Everything. Ah, wow. And I read that and didn't pay no attention to it. I did, but because I highlighted it. But that's crazy. Yes, Lord. Mm. Okay, so let's do this real quick. So it says the primitive Sumerian god recognized 3 distinct classes of evil spirit, already to torment the hapless wanderer. First came the disembodied humans. Yeah, I read this a long time ago. But none of that made sense until right freaking now. Oh! Because the disembodied spirits are the children of the angels, the giants. OMG. Okay, let's go. All right. I'm gonna just read what it says. It says, first came the disembodied human soul, because technically they were humankind. They weren't human, but they were humankind. You see how it says mankind and then humankind? So much. Okay. First came the disembodied human soul, which could find no rest, and so wandered up and down to the face of the earth. Secondly, the gruesome spirits, which were half human and half demon. Half fallen angel. Because the moment they went into the women and swore by they no longer were the kids of God. So is y'all getting this? This is the ancient Mesopotamia, and Uruk and Calna and Nimrud and the Tartarians and the Egyptians. This is where a lot of they. So they said either it was a disembodied, it was a evil, wicked soul, or a wanderer. Now, where does that come from? Cain? Because he was wicked. And we're going to read about that too. Cain tried to say, oh, I'm scared to leave when God was making him leave. I'm scared to leave because a wild animal going to kill me. He said, oh, no, I'll mark you and you'll be here. Don't worry about it. Go. Go. Ain't nobody going to hurt you, I promise. They not going to be able to kill you. Now, who watched The Sandman? I ain't watched all of it, but who watched The Sandman? Y'all remember the dude he used to meet with every 100 years? Okay. Here we go. Could that have been Cain? He couldn't die until God said he could die. Okay. All right. So first came the disembodied human soul that could find no rest and so wandered. And remember, God told him he wouldn't have no peace. Okay. It says, secondly, the gruesome spirits, which were half human and half demon. And thirdly, the fiends and doubles who were of the same nature as the gods, who rode on the noxious winds and brought storms and pestilence. Each of these three kinds was divided up into classes according to the several characteristics of the evil spirits which composed them. And the six chief of these are enumerated in the constantly reoccurring line: Utuku, Limnu, Alu, Limnu, Akimu, Limnu, and they just keep repeating it, which means evil spirit, evil demon, evil ghost, evil devil, evil god, evil fiend. But this by no means includes all the powers of evil, for this list is frequently amplified by the additions of the Labartu, the Labasu, Azazu, Lilu, Lilitu, Ardat, Lily, and all various forms of malignant spirits. The first evil spirit, Utuku. Is there a people of the Utuku? It's spelled Utukku. Is there a Utuku people on the planet right now? In Africa or any other place? Utukku. Are you Tuku practice? Oh, I don't know. Is it cat? It says he was a Sumerian demon, but is there anything with Utuku in our day with the name? Well, if he was a Sumerian demon, we know he lived at some point in time. Who now believes, after what we read earlier about God saying that the evil spirits are the spirits of the giants? Now y'all see why I said when y'all first came here, I said God is mad because y'all worshiping people. These people lived. It says the Akkadians. But now do you understand why God was mad that they was worshiping Marduk? Marduk was a real person. He was a being, he was worshipped as a god because he was the child of an angel. But Marduk was a real person. They were also known as the Akkadians. The Utuku? Let's see. So when they were alive, they were known as the Akkadians, and when they were dead, they were the Utuku. Because we know that the Akkadians were half angel, animal, blah, they skip whatever. What's known as the they known as the twin. What? What's going on? What am I missing here? Oh my God. So when they were alive, they were the Akkadians, and when they died, the name of their evil spirits was the Utuku. Or their Utuku were 7 evil demons, offsprings of Anu. The offspring of the angels. So you either worshiping a fallen angel or their children. When you be praying to these ancestors, it ain't no in between. Disembodied spirits. The bastards, the reprobates. Y'all be praying of bastards. Mm. And seeing as how they are the disembodied spirits that have been here since the 7th generation of Adam, they can't tell you about history. And they are also the children of the angels. So yes, they know magic because that's what they mamas taught them. And they daddies taught their mamas alchemy, how to change and do roots, familiar spirits. Familial, as in family, is in the first part of that, isn't it? Because some of them shared our DNA, the same DNA that's running right now. As to why more people are born with 6 fingers and not 5. And they cut them off. So y'all don't know that the story of the Bible and the Nephilim taking over the land is real because their genetic disorders are still here. There's still babies being born with webbed feet and subcutaneous horns and hair that covers their body because they went into, and sickle syndrome, bird syndrome. Mm-mm. And webbed fingers because they went into the fish and the lizards. And the elephants. Mm. Subcutaneous tails as well. Vestigial tails, they're called. Mm. There's still people being born with one socket for an eye. Still people being born with multiple sets of arms and legs. Yes, no disrespect to the Hindu culture, but there's a lot of babies born in India that have multiple body parts. Babies born with a whole baby, and so then they're walking around with another body that is like a parasite on their body, but there's no head for it, but it has legs and a beating heart and a chest and everything. Multiple arms and legs, like they're gods that they pray to. With did y'all see the new Axe commercial?
Yo, gotta try this new X. Yo, gotta try this new X. It's the fine fragrance. Go.
Go back.
Yo, gotta try this new X. It's the fine fragrance. Go.
You sent it to me weeks ago, nephew. I ain't had a time to see it. It wasn't just the Baphomet. It was. I'm gonna show you who else. Y'all see he had the extra arms. It wasn't just the Baphomet. He had the extra arms, right? But look at this. Now we gonna get back to Og and the final words to Moses because I want y'all to read that. But let me show y'all. Now this. Remember the 100,000 giant war? Gyges of curved limbs. This is y'all CERN dude right here. He was one of the giants. Gyges of curved limbs, whose dark ones circled him as black flames. Ain't that y'all what's the name symbol that's sitting out there? He like this with the curved arms and his black flames in a circle. The people that was trying to open the hole. CERN symbol. That's CERN's thing, ain't it? The black flames with the dude with the arms. Gyges. Okay. Gyges who had conjured the dark one. You mean like opening the Shiva. Listen. Gyges who had conjured the dark one that drove Mullen. Like Mullen? Like Mullen, I'm going to be sick. Because they talked about plants and herbs. Is Mullen named after this dude? Oh, man. Mullen or Mullen, the circumcised Nephilim to madness. When the circumcised Nephilim saw Gyges and his army of 2,000 on the field of battle, they slaughtered the Rephaim with relish. Gyges was captured on the field of battle, and the circumcised Nephilim stretched him in the rain and water. Gyges was stretched between two beams, fastening his legs to the one and his arms to the other. Gyges was stretched until his veins and sinews burst, and then was beheaded. He had curved arms. God of Destruction on Dragon Ball Z. Okay. Who know who Yuval is? Where Yuval come from? Where we know Yuval from? Lamech of Cain. Yuval was the giant that used to run with Lamech. He was in the 100,000 giant war, but he was also the giant that used to run with Lamech. See you later. Have a good day. Okay, let's get this. So Yuval the Gray. Yuval the Gray. The blues and the grays. The dark shadows, tall dark shadows now that show up to the farmers. And all of those people, they call them the shadow people. Now we know why they the big tall shadow people and they real skinny and tall. Because they the disembodied spirits of the giants. The slender men. The tall, the grays and the blues. And they always in some agricultural like place, right? Because these were the gods of agriculture. A lot of them were half animal, half angel, half human hybrids. A third. Or their daddy was an angel that looked like a humanoid type angel. So they always be around the farmers and stuff, don't they? No. The cows is always slaughtered, right? And they take their organs. We know they use organs for spells. We know the disembodied spirits also went into the animals. That was their thing. Some of them were their family members. That was kindred to the animals too. They was kindred to the angels. Some of them was kindred to the humans, and some of them was kindred to the angels, animals, and the humans. Because they was a trifecta. I think that's what you call it. I don't know. And Jesus cast spirit in the pigs. He did. And it was 1,000 of them in one man. They're the disembodied spirits of the giants. I keep trying to tell y'all. And we know the giants had daughters. Succubus? Anybody? The Lilith or the female demon? We know in Testament of Solomon it said they made it with each other. It made more demons. The giants made it with the giants. The marine spirits, exactly. The crying woman, and because remember, they separated the mamas from their kids, and that makes sense. Because the original giants was not all, they was, well, no, because it said they went, yeah, makes sense. La Llorona and the all the other names for these water female spirits, because it's very rarely male ones. And we just read in Enoch, in here too, that the mamas was turned into sirens. Which is probably where Nereus came from, because Nereus was a fish man of old wisdom, and we found out that he was Job's brother. Nike and Almathea and Cassia was his nieces, And the Nereids were Job's nieces. They all lived in this ancient Mesopotamian time, which made them half animal, half demon, half human, half base skip. Okay. So Yuval the Grey, father of Og's deceased wife Lesta, Yuval who rode an elephant into battle, Yuval who had fallen from the heavens like lightning at the beginning of time. So that means that Yuval was a fallen angel? That's why he was gray. The grays and the blues. That's why he was walking with Lamech. Oh my God. Y'all remember Yuval kept begging God to talk to him and God would not talk to him. Remember the whole reason he was walking with Lamech is because he was trying to learn how to worship God in a different way so that God would talk to him, because God would not talk to Yuval. God wasn't talking to his. And Yuval helped him kill the Leviathan, the dinosaur, the dragon, the female one, I think, or the male. Remember? That would be possible if you had a freaking angel, because it's God's pet. But an angel would know the tricks and the tools to kill the freaking Leviathan for Lamech. And it says that God allowed one of them to die because the earth couldn't hold both. Maybe that's why Duval is so famous. Little Duval. We don't know. Names have power. They showed the skeleton of the Leviathan in the new Little Mermaid movie. I haven't seen it. When is it going to be on Disney? Is it on Disney already? Or do you have to go to the movies to see it? That's crazy. It was the male. That's crazy. I know y'all be so mad now. Like, I've been watching TV wrong for 79 years. Who feel like you've been watching TV and going to the library for the wrong stuff the whole damn time? Anybody? You said, man, going in the library looking cute. You should have been really looking for books. Trying to find you a smart man, find you a smart book. Listen here. Whole different life, ain't it? People say, like, you always in the library. You always in my business. You always got some books around you. You always in my business. What you reading now? Why? What you reading? I ain't reading nothing exactly. That's why you always asking me what I'm reading, because you ain't reading nothing for your own self. Nike was his daughter. Nike was his daughter. Why y'all laughing? Why y'all laughing? Oh, it's true. I be trying to call you and tell you what I read. Right? And you be calling to ask me what I read, which means you not reading. Because if you reading too, you know the kind of stuff I read or whatever you read. This is why the main people that I ever really loved, like the people that I actually was in love with, they were. I don't care if they used to be a jailbird, if that they was a jailbird or whatever. It was really only one of those. But that's because they'll get in a book in a minute. I don't care how street they is or how whatever. My kids' fathers are very smart. That's the thing for me. You got to put something in your head. I don't care if you from the streets of the office. It don't matter. But if you want to stay stupid, no, I can't. Next year, you're going to be thinking of the same stupid plans that ain't going to work next year either. Because you ain't took no time out to go take no business classes, go buy a business book, go buy accounting, go learn. You want to pay somebody to do it for you. So the minute they can't do it, your business crumble. And you expect me to go into business with you? That's stupid. And I'm not about to keep giving you business advice because you ain't took the foundational advice first, which is learn every part of what you're going to be trying to pay people to do. So that way you know if they're taking advantage of you, idiot. You ain't even going to learn basic accounting. You can go to Goodwill and get an accounting book and sit there and read it. And get on Excel or whatever you use, and it's going to walk you through. Click this button, click that button, put this right here. This is the formula for this. There's no reason you don't know accounting. Or at least basic accounting, so that if you do get an accountant, you know what you're looking at, and you can see where they stealing money at. You don't have to depend on them, your business managers and whatnot, because you should know every job of your business. So where if you walk into your business, it don't matter. You know what everybody, you can open up that computer and look and see. You should know, I don't got to do that. I got people working for me, and that's why you're going to be broke. Because if you can't go and see that they ordering too many boxes of chicken, if you can't go and look at the nut, you have asked to look out. As long as I'm getting some money, okay, well, how much money you gonna make while they robbing you? Blind idiot. No, Nike was his second daughter, honey. Nike was in the second set. They got magical things. They have magical bracelets or sashes from God, as a matter of fact. No. Now, where they go after that, they already had jealousy and envy in their heart because they felt like the broke boys got more than they did. So those two spirits was around when he was handing out the goods. So they easily could have made them want more power. They had magical sashes. Yeah. So. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. And that just be my thought. People ask for stuff, but you haven't even done the basics. Like, God give me $1 million. Well, how much is you gonna get in your state? Y'all hear me say this all the time. You're not getting $1 million. Federal taxes, state taxes. You might end up with 587,000, 487,000, depending on the state you live in. So you didn't spend $1 million and you didn't have nothing but 487,000. But had you have taken the time to learn what your state laws are about the lotto, you would know that. And you would know to take 30 days and go get you a trust and set it up so that your kids can get your money. Because you can't, if you take the annuity, you can't transfer that to your children. So be best that you set up a trust so that way all the money get the cash, put it in there. If you got $1 million in the bank, it's $8,000 a month in interest into your account, high yield. So, well, it used to be. I don't know what it is now. So you could take your $1 million if that's what you got, and put it in a high interest account, and it's gonna collect $8,000 a month in interest. But is you making $8,000 a month at your job right now? You could easily live on $8,000 a month for the rest of your life, and that can be transferred to your children. And if you live on less, I mean, I'm just saying, you can ask God for it, but have you planned down to the dollar what you're going to do with it and how to manage it so that it actually stays? Yeah. Or wherever you put it. But do you see what I'm saying? You can live off of your interest. $8,000 a month is good money. That's good money. And it's just sitting there. You already know for sure you're going to have $8,000 coming every month. Rain, sleet, or snow, you got $8,000 coming that month. For the rest of your life, as long as you don't take that money out of there. What? This is how rich people stay rich. About the interest. Yeah, my daddy gave me 24 million, but if I leave that 24 million, just think if you got 24 million, if 1 million get you $8,000 in interest, what do 24 million get you a month? If you leave the 24 million in there and don't touch it. 24 times 8. So yeah, you can blow through your money, or you can live on the interest. Yep. 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 So there's things. God give you 50 grand. It's not a lot, but it's ways you can turn that 50 grand into a lot of other stuff besides spending it all. Yeah. My daughter's father just told me something, and I haven't done all the research, so I'm gonna look into it. And once I do, y'all know I'm gonna let y'all know because I don't believe in sending people off on tangents. But I'm about to get off of here too because we'll get back to this. We've been on here 199 minutes. I'm about to go eat and sit down, but I want to get the rest of this out to y'all because it's a lot, and my books is just floating around in here, and I can't stay for a long time because we didn't even get to the other stuff. We didn't get a little bit. This is why I was up till 1:30. When I tell y'all it's a lot, because I was flipping through these books, and it's more, and this, and that, and then the pieces is just fitting everywhere. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Yes. We've been on here for 199 minutes and 51 seconds. Yeah. I'll probably get back. I ain't doing nothing. So I'll probably get back on here, get myself together and whatnot. And but yeah, y'all got stuff to look at. Y'all got a lot of stuff to look at. Mm-hmm. You said this class blew my mind. Come on now. Oh, I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Yeah, I love you too, Pumpkin. I'm telling y'all, we gonna get it in. I'll probably get back on here because I gotta get this out. It's so much in the rest of this, but right now we about to just take a break and let me do what I gotta do. I love y'all. I'll get back on here in a minute. Give me a couple hours or so. Maybe not even. We'll figure it out. You're welcome. Cause it's good. I want to get to the rest of this, and I gotta get on the screenshots on my phone. So I'll be back. It might only be an hour. We'll see.